everybody, it's Miranda here with a design team project for Discount Paper Crafts. This is a little itty bitty project, but I seriously had so much fun creating this, and even though it's tiny, it was quite time consuming, but I'm going to show you the size of my hand so you can see, get a aspect of the size of this. And what it was is I made it into a little altered clock, but what it was is it's one of those timers, like a cooking timer, and it was plastic and metal on the outside and just really yucky. And I was at my mother's house, and I just took it from her stove. I didn't ask her anything, I just took it, so she'll probably wonder where her timer is sometime soon. But anyway, took it home and hollowed it out, drilled it open and stuff, and just took all the insides out and then turned it into a little clock. I used tons of goodies from Kathy's store. Well, you can see the back here. I still left that metal, so that's kind of how it was. But I used a ton of goodies from Kathy's store, including the Engraver paper, which is just so stunning. I really, really love this paper line. And some of the mechanicals and stuff in there, and I just had a blast with it. My favorite thing was doing one of the Finnabar mechanical clocks from Prima, from Kathy's store. It fit perfectly in there, and I just absolutely was so happy when I held that up, and it just fit in there so perfectly. So it really, made it into the clock that it is. But for the outside of it, I painted the whole thing with cream first, and then I went around the entire thing with some tissue paper. So like right there, you can see the tissue paper. I do believe it's just Tim Holtz tissue paper. So I did that. So when I did the strips of paper on here, any place where I didn't put them, it would still have some cool texture and gears and stuff in the background. So I tore the Engraver paper into strips, and when you're trying to get them collaged onto like a curved surface or anything with edges and grooves, it's really hard to do. So a trick that I have found is embossing the paper. So you can see there it's embossed, and something about embossing it just weakens the paper so that it's really easy to put around curves, and like you can see here, it goes up on that edge and still gives you clean lines. So just something I've found while I've been working on this. It's just embossing it helps you to be able to do it on these curved areas without it ripping or being bulky or not looking right. So I took the map sheet and then one of the black ones with the map on it and just kind of collaged those all along the side there and even on the handle right here. And then I just went to town decorating it. Didn't use a whole ton of stuff, but I really like, just everything together. I cut some of the leaves out from the Engraver paper down here, and then these are some, oh my goodness, forgive me y'all. I don't remember if these are from the Engraver or the Hello Pastel collection. But anyway, they're the new Prima flowers from Kathy's store. This is from a Hello Pastel flower from Prima. I didn't get this one from Kathy's store, but she's had all the new releases in her store. These are the Prima mechanicals down in here, which of course are from Kathy's store. She sent me a whole ton of them. But I have a numeral back here, and then I have, which is hard to see on camera, and then I have a flower here and a little nail center, and then I have a key. It's one of those Petaloo Mistable keys from Kathy's store, and then I have a little gear on top of it, but you can't see it unless you're in person. I was playing earlier trying to see if the camera would pick it up, but it's not. But what it is in there is it's a bird cage. It's one of those Kaisercraft bird cages, and I got it from Kathy's store. It comes with a set of 3. Let me show you what the other 2 look like in the set really quickly. So they're just different sizes. I put the tiny one in there, and I painted it with some of my shimmers and lined it with the Engraver paper behind it too. And then I lined the inside with paper as well, so no details are left out in there. And then of course I just put the metal clock piece around there. I ran some chain, and it looks like a little piece of it came off. I'll have to reattach that. But it just kind of weaves in and out and attaches over here to the side. Up here I just tore another one of the, or not tore, I cut another one of the Prima Finnabar mechanicals, and I took the flower petals and cut them individually and placed them back there almost like they were leaves. This is a Kaisercraft paper bloom that I got from Kathy's store, and this is another one of those Hello Pastel roses, I do believe, and it's like this one, but I just tore the center out, made it a tiny little rosebud. And then I have another mechanical up here, and then a resin bird, which was in my stash. I more than likely got it from Kathy's store last year with all the shabby chic resins and stuff she's had, but I don't quite remember. But anyway, I put a lot of Rub and Buff on there and then sprayed that as well. So little birdies on there. So that is basically it, y'all. That is my little altered clock. I hope you guys like it. It's teeny, but I seriously had so much fun creating this piece. So if you guys see any of these little timers somewhere, you can totally use them. But anyway, I will put a link to Kathy's store down below, of course, and a link to my blog where I'll have more pictures and the products that I use that Kathy currently has in stock, I will link back. Also, I think I forgot to mention, this is a Melissa Francis resin piece that was just from my stash, and it was a bigger piece, and I just broke it down and just took 2 of the pieces and placed those there. Don't know why I left that out, but anyway, that's what it is, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful week, and I will catch up with y'all later. Bye!